Alright guys, how we look now? Morning everybody, hope you can see me, hope you can hear me, let me know if you can. Sweet, okay. Alright, Rune says we're connected, so awesome. Good morning everybody. Got a few of us here. Let's see. So, hope everybody had a great week. If I didn't catch you Thursday evening when I did a live and opened up that cool little package from Night Owl, then, I hope everybody's had a great week. Hope everybody's still staying healthy. I'm sort of back at it. I didn't know if I'd be able to make it this morning. We were talking in the chat earlier. I stayed up past my bedtime last night, and so I kind of got a late start this morning. Late start for me being I got out of the bed after 7:30. Normally I'm awake a lot earlier than that. But anyway, hope everybody's been doing all right. Good to see everybody here. Let's see, we got hey Mr. Hooligan. Of course, Night Owl, Rune, Matthew Oliver, appreciate y'all stopping by. Put up a few videos this week actually. The Medico video on Monday, that was a lot of fun to put together. And then the let's see, of course I did the live stream Thursday night, and then also uploaded the video on the Schlage Indy lever, which I'm going to do one more testing of that. I almost thought about doing it today, but decided that y'all have seen enough of that lock. But I am going to put it on the front door of the shop just to see if the thickness of the door is maybe affecting those functions a little bit. Since my little 2x4 setup is slightly thinner than a standard, a United States standard door, I thought I would put that on there. A couple of folks commented about that on the video the other day. Also got a really interesting comment. Night Owl and I chatted about the. Apparently somebody thinks that I'm doing wrong, or that, I should be respecting people's rights or not breaking into people's stuff. The only stuff I break into is my own, and that's only when I lock myself out. Which, I mean, hey, it can happen. But anyway, today we're going to work on the little night latch that I have on the door over here. And this night latch is only temporary for now. There's a solution in the works. I don't want to give away the surprise because I don't know when exactly it'll happen. But anyway, it's going to get an upgrade. That's all I'll say about that. But today we're going to beef it up and upgrade the cylinder. It came with, hang on a second, I'll grab it. Already threw it over here in the drawer. It came with this little, it's a gatehouse night latch. So, of course, this is what it came with, right there. And, of course, I picked it in about 2 seconds. So we're not going to use that. I installed a Sargent rim cylinder, the one I had in a video a while back. I installed that, and it actually works fairly well. I just, I want to keep everything keyed the same out here for the shop. So, all the other locks I have out here are Everest. So we're going to retrofit and put this Everest into a little cylinder holder, and then install that in the door. So that's the plan for the video today. Let's see. Hey Tim, good morning. Paul Springett, good morning to you. Gumby, good to see you here. I saw your comment the other day, and yes, I doubt I'll be able to get anything ordered like soon. But I would like to know kind of how much it would be. What I was talking about in the comments with Gumby the other day is we're talking about Night Owl's cool little stickers here, which I felt very proud to be the first recipient of them. But in addition to stickers, I would love to get, for my channel, I would love to get patches, like uniform patches. A lot of police officers, firefighters, paramedics, the like, collect patches from different agencies. And so I'd love to get some patches with my channel logo. Y'all see it, know what it looks like. I need to kind of refine it, clean it up a little bit, because I've not had really any very good stuff to clean it up with since I first sort of put it together. I have to give original credit to Foxy over in Germany. He's the one who came up with sort of the patch design shape, and putting the text in there and stuff kind of helped me out with that. So I really appreciate him for doing that. That was 3 years ago now, I think. Almost 3. Well, let's see. I had my 3-year YouTube anniversary, a couple weeks ago, and then it was probably about 3 months after that, I think. So yeah, almost 3 years ago when we got that logo. So it kind of needs to be freshened up a little bit. But yeah, Gumby, I will. I'd like to know how much that would be for the patches. Let's see, who else is here this morning? Hey Jason, thank you for stopping by. I see Mad Hatter, good morning. Glad to see you here. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll move over and start looking at this night latch. But first, when I recorded a bunch, like the whole thing of me installing that night latch, drilling the holes out for it, mounting it, and it's still, even after I cut out a lot of stuff that was either repetitive or just didn't look right, it was still running into a really long video, and I've never been happy with the way it sort of cut together. So I don't know if I'll ever get that video out. But one of the things I talked about in the video was wanting to swap the cylinder out for an Everest core, so it'd be keyed the same as the rest of the shop. And I asked my buddy Bill Bacardi about it and whether or not he had any Everest rim cylinders, and we talked about it, and so he sent me a couple tail pieces. So we're gonna try to use one of these. He sent me one that's marked LSDA and one that's marked Schlage. So we'll see which one we can get to work in there. Let's see here. All right. All right, Jason. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I had a lot of trouble getting video connected this morning. I don't know why that is. Hopefully the YouTube gods will be with us. It's kind of dark and stormy up here today. I don't know how the weather was down that way yesterday, Jason. But they're actually calling for severe weather today, or at least the possibility of severe weather. So we'll see what happens, but let's go ahead and get moved over here. Let me switch. is no, I don't want the keyboard. I want to switch cameras. And again, just a little motion warning. Try to do this as steadily as I can. That way you don't get seasick. Let's see here. I've got my little magic arm set up on my tripod here. Jason, not trying to curse you, just giving you a heads up. How's that? Let's see. Let me get plenty of the power cord over here because I don't want to wind up going dead. Yeah, this is what we're looking at right here. Is this little gatehouse night latch. Of course, there's a vulnerability right there. You can see that. This operates like any old night latch like that. You turn that. Let me get my arm out of the way. Turn that to open it up. If you want to leave it unlocked, you turn it and then push up on that, and it allows that to free float and keeps the latch retracted. I'm going to lock it right now. And then you can also see where I put in the Sargent rim cylinder, which is what we're going to try to replace today. So let me grab a screwdriver real quick. Hey Ronald, appreciate you stopping by. Let's see here. Yes, Paul, it is mounted kind of high up. I think there's a reason why I did that, but I can't remember it. It'd be in the video footage that I shot. I think it had something to do with the way, there's you can't see it, but on this side of the door, there's a handle down, I guess the length of my screwdriver there. But yeah, I'm not the world's tallest guy either, so, but, it's a comfortable height anyway. It works. And this is actually a fairly solid door. I was surprised when I was drilling through it to install this thing. The door is actually made up of sheets of this paneling, which is pretty thick, pretty good paneling. I think I should have grabbed the drill for this. What do y'all think? There we go. Move to where y'all can see me. That's the whole point of this. Alright, and this is going back on. There's only going to be one screw installed. Maybe two. Alright. Sorry if y'all just, saw a close-up of my head. Yeah. Jason, I'm actually bad about not lubing up the hinges. Just for the simple reason that I like having a door that creaks, because then I know when it's opening. Sort of one of those little spidey sense things. Sort of like creaky floorboards. Yeah, I like having that because I know what places make you know, what places make what sounds. You can see that's how the tailpiece there turns. If you've never seen that. Let me grab this screwdriver here. I'm actually going to leave this plate mounted and then just remove the screws that hold the cylinder in there. You know, speaking of squeaky floorboards, I think I'm going to have to re-level this shop. Just because the floorboards like to, I don't know, they're kind of shifting a little bit, which isn't good. So, let's see. Let me bring the camera back over here. Workbench is a mess. I think the shop's sort of a mess right now. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, Bryn, that little plate, the 2 screws in the bottom of it, actually mount directly to the surface of the door, so it can basically you have a solid mounting surface for the cylinder connected directly to the door, and it's not pulling on the lock. So basically like this, this is how it just rests in there. And I'd tell you guys, this thing is kind of a crappy little cheapo mechanism, but like I said, there's a replacement for it on the way. So let's see. Okay, so this tailpiece is mounted horizontally. So let's see if we can do that with one of these tailpieces to go on this cylinder. See, that will not work. That's vertical. This might be a really short video, guys. And you know, it would have helped for me to check this. Yeah, that's vertical as well. I doubt we'll be able to switch anything around on the inside of this then. But we'll take it apart nonetheless. You can see how cheap it is inside. There's the actual mechanism that interacts with the cylinder right there. So I don't believe we'll be able to modify that to work vertically. Here's the internals of this lock. You can see it's just got the pivot that's on the other side of where this mechanism would be. And spring loaded and just pulls in. And then the locking bar moves down inside of it. If you can see that, just moves down and blocks the bolt from being retracted, or being extended out if you want to keep it unlocked. So pretty simple design, but seems to be effective. Let's see here. Well, maybe if I'd used my left brain, could do it horizontally. Yeah. Okay. We can tell that Tim is not fully awake this morning. Let me look at the comments real quick. Yeah. Okay. I'll catch up on the comments in a second. Forget which one is which. I think this is the Schlage one. Either one of these tailpieces will work in here to actuate. Then I need to see how long it needs to be. It's about half that length. This one has break-off points, and it can be used as well. Let me make sure I can get this secured in the cylinder first. I hate using my good pick for this. Let's see. Ready? All right, now measure out. Looks like need to break it off at this closest one right here. Let me grab the vice grips and pliers. All right, Jason, appreciate you stopping by. See, going to move this before I create a total disaster. In Rune, you are correct. It is always easier to cut more off than it is to put back on. Just use that. So we'll try this first to see how that works. I'll drop it in this little holder right here, which, I mean, brass doesn't really go with everything, but, I mean, I really don't care what the finish is and any of this stuff, as long as it gets the job done. That ring is too small to go around that cylinder. Let me see if I've got a different finish. Think I have anything. I don't have anything quite that big, so. Which this is designed more to go into a deadbolt housing anyway. But I already checked, and the little the screws for the through bolts actually do line up with what I've got going on with this lock. So we'll tighten that down. Put this guy back together real quick. And just in case you're wondering, the price point on this night latch was, I think, about $16 plus tax from Lowe's Hardware. let's see. Alrighty. Look here. Alright, Alright, just reading over the comments here. Let's see. Mr. Rasseras, good morning. Yeah, yeah, I left one space on there. See the Paul Spring. Yeah, actually, I've got an idea for a video coming up. You know, you guys know I like doing these little practical picking videos, and I thought about actually building a challenge lock and then installing it on a door just to see what the functionality would be like for, you know, day-to-day stuff, and then, you know, seeing how that would affect, you know, obviously picking it would be a part of it. I thought about doing that, actually. Alright. Well, I'll show you guys here in a second what. Let's see. Let me see if I can move y'all around here a little bit. You can see that's what it'll look like without the trim ring on it. But it'll be held in there, and I don't know, I might go and grind out that other trim ring. Good morning, Lowell. Glad you stopped by. Hope everything's well for you. I hope spring weather has arrived where you are. Let's see if these bolts. Yeah, well, Houston, we do have a problem. The through bolt holes are not lining up. I may have to get the drill and either drill out this plate, which is probably what I would do. Let me bring y'all around here so you can see. I knew nothing would be quite this easy, you know. You can see in there, I could have swore I lined up the holes before. I mean, you can see it if you look down at an angle, but that's not going to work. But, because there it is, level. I could flip the latch upside down. Or flip that plate upside down. Can't remember if I made holes for it or not. If I didn't, then I'm definitely gonna have to go run and grab the drill. See if I. Nope. What I believe, before I go doing all that, I'm just going to take this off completely and test it. Let's put the cylinder in here. And see if these through bolts will line up. Oh yeah, much better. I can actually just for today's purposes, put it in like this, just for the video's purposes, I should say. Put it in like this, and then test the function, and then come back in a little while and finish up, or come back and drill the screws so I can mount this properly. Now I might need to shorten these screws a little bit. Good thing is when I do come back to remount this or drill these holes, I don't know. Let me check the time. I'll see if I got time to run and grab my drill. It's still out in the car. Yes, when I work, I carry my drill with me. I think we can do that. Let me look at the comments here. I can see the comments on my phone screen. Okay. Cylinder's too low. All right. Yeah, let me, before I go drilling holes and stuff, let me... Yeah, you guys, I think Rune and Night Owl, I think you'll like what I am getting to replace this. It's pretty nice. Like I said, I don't want to give away the surprise, but yes, the cylinder is too low on that now. Because it is bending up on the tailpiece. Oh. I don't know if this is gonna work, y'all. Seemed like a good idea at the time, you know. Of course, I've said that about a few things in my life. And yes, the power drill is going to be involved in any more dealing with screws and bolts today. Yeah, guess I should have looked at this before. You guys can see here. We got the through bolt holes here and here. However, it pushes up on the tailpiece like that, interferes with that. So, question is now how to secure it. I think the answer would be to install it, flip the plate around like that, and then like it was originally, and then drill out some new holes for the through bolt. Is that what you were thinking, Night Owl? We'll move everything back here to the bench. Since this is turning into a little bit more of a project than I thought, yeah, flip the plate around and then drill in new holes. Alright, I'm really feeling short like that. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, there's not a lot, like you said, Gumby, there's not a lot left there to drill that holds stuff in. I may have to engineer something else. I don't think I have any plates over here that I could use or modify. I'm trying to think if I have any of these housings that I could use that would be a little bit better. Got this old guy here, a little bit bigger. The holes, no, the holes are still, I don't know, thing's nasty. Let's see if I can get, see how to line up. I'm gonna have to clean this thing for sure. I think the holes are just out of position on this one. It seems like I had another holder up here. The faceplate on this one is too shallow. All right, Lowell, we'll see you. See you over there, Jason's Live, or next go round sometime. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I don't think this holder is going to work, so we won't get the face of the cylinder through it. Well, I think drilling this plate's going to be my only option. So what I'll probably do is I'll make a video of when that goes all wrong and let you guys watch it. Good morning, Dons. Appreciate you stopping in here. I know it's late for you. I actually just kind of hit sort of a brick wall with what I was working on here, but trying to brainstorm to see the issue. You can see here on the back, this is the Sargent rim that I had in here, and this is the holder that I was trying to use. You can see how much lower these two holes are compared to this, and even, I hate to okay, I know in a lot of the world, when a log is mounted like this, that is the correct way. Here in the U.S., that's not the correct way to do that. But I may just have to do that. I wonder if that would work. What do y'all think? Nope. Won't work. Holes are still out of alignment. Okay. Yeah, just have to drill out some more holes in here. Let's see. Let me read the yeah, Paul, I mean, the issue with that is there's still some meat there, but it would actually get pretty close to these two guys right here. These two holes. Because these not lining up is the issue. So right now, right now it needs to be about like this so that I need to have straight to the through bolts access, which if you look at it from this angle, I don't know if you guys can see that too well. You can see the through bolts right there, which is just shy of that. So I think drilling this out would be a little bit better choice. And then, of course, I can move this around on the door a little bit to fine tune it. So, or I can go and look through my collection of holders and see if see if I've got something that's a little bit different. Let's see. Look here. Yeah, Rune. I mean, I think if people really understood the difference between something like this, this guy right here, and one of these right here, if people really understood the difference, then I think it would be easy to start importing stuff. But I just don't see it right now because even for a good Medeco, I don't know what the price is new and installed on a Medeco like this. Especially if you were looking just at somebody's house. Here in the U.S., people don't want to spend a ton of money on their locks. I mean, I know that just from even before getting into locksmithing. And unfortunately, it's because we've gotten used to being able to go to the hardware store and buy, a deadbolt or a lock set for, $10, $15, something like that. Like I said, the replacement for this dead latch is going to be pretty awesome and pretty impressive. And it is not sold in the U.S. Those are the only hints that I'm giving. Anyway, it'll be nice. It'll be interesting. We just gotta wait for all this Corona mess to die down to where we can get it shipped. But anyway, that'll be a feature presentation actually. Look here. Yeah. I was going to try to have packages sent out. Y'all talking about sending stuff out, going broke doing that. I had a few unplanned Williams, which are unexpected bills, show up this week, plus where I was out some last week. So cash is a little bit strapped this week, so I'm not going to get packages out probably before 2 weeks from now. But as part of cleaning stuff up, organizing stuff, I am going to be putting stuff together to send. So I've got about 4 or 5 people I need to send stuff to. I've got more than that, but there's going to be like the first 3 or 4 to go out, and then I'll send the rest out after that. Night Owl, I've got something for you that I need to send to you. I talked to you about it a while back, but it'll be for your collection to study, add to your stuff. So anyway, yeah, but I'll get those things sent out at some point soon. Let's see here. Yeah, most people do put a $10 lock on a 100K home. Well, I don't know. My house was right around 100K when I bought it. A little bit less than that, actually. And they had quick set, smart key, deadbolts and knobs on there. And, they... For what it's used for, having a deadbolt, I think is, probably the best thing. Not just having the deadbolt, but also having the security strike plate with the long screws, having it mounted properly to where you can open the door when you need to, open and close it easily. Of course, I've upgraded a little bit. Still need to upgrade the front door. I need to find another Schlage deadbolt to put on the front door. Because what I'll do is I'll probably put this D-series lever on the side door, which is the door we come in and out of all the time. Once I confirm it's working okay, I'll put it on there and then move the lever that I've got on there now, which I think is an AL. I actually don't think it's a D-series. I think it's an AL. Because it's a little bit lighter weight than the D-series. Anyway, yeah, I'll do that and then put a Schlage deadbolt on the front door. And then that just leaves me one more door, which I'm not worried about right at the moment because we've got stuff pushed in front of it to where it can't, even if you kicked it in, you wouldn't be able to get in through it. Which sort of sucks if I need to get out through it, but anyway, that's a different story. Let's look here. Yeah. Let me look here. Yeah, Don. Have logs and windows, bars, lights, cameras, buy lots of guns. I've only got a couple guns, but it's the way that this area fortunately is fairly low crime. There's stuff just like there is anywhere, but other than having a few things kind of disappear and go missing, not really had anything serious here yet, fortunately. But the stuff that I have, nobody would really really want it. The shop is the most secure place that I have, and this is where all the valuable stuff is, but nobody knows what what they could get on eBay for a Medico cylinder. Nobody would be breaking in here anyway. The televisions are all shot. The one I've got out here in the shop is like 10 years old or more, and it doesn't half work. But bars and windows and stuff like that. And Razoress, you're completely right. It is difficult to get people to spend, money for a decent quality lock, even if it means having to replace, the really crappy one that they buy for $15 at the big box store. Just because it doesn't hold up, they'll still do it. Let's see. Let's look through here. Yeah. $60 worth of locks for $100. Yep. Let's look through here. Yeah. Should be a latch. People will. A lot of people don't even have deadbolts or don't worry about the deadbolts. They'll say, oh, well, the knob locks, that should be enough. No, the knob's for keeping your door shut. The deadbolt's for keeping it secure. That's cool, Don. Yeah. Hey, Fred. Glad you stopped by. Night Owl, no, it was the Kwikset Smart Key. It wasn't even the Baldwin. It looks nice. It's got a nice finish to it. And actually, when I put that lever lock on the side door, there had been, let's see if I've got it here still. Yeah, here it is. This guy had been on the door whenever I bought the house. So, of course, I took it off and was expecting to have to drill the through bolt holes in the door for that lever lock, and they were already there. So somebody had a lever lock, and it was sized out exactly for that Schlage. So I wonder what the story was on that. But yeah, they apparently removed it and replaced it with the Quickset for some reason. Let's see here. Hey Ian, appreciate you stopping by. Let's see. Yeah. Paul. Yeah, connected all to the mains. Yeah, that would be good. It would be bad if you came home after a night out on the town and forgot to deactivate it, but yeah. Let's see. At Rune, we actually do have 220. We actually do have some 220 voltage. And yeah. Yeah, I actually hear most people normally have the 220 volt for like their clothes dryer. Sometimes maybe, I think, what is it, electric oven sometimes, or an air conditioner, like a heavy duty window air conditioner unit. But the previous owner here, he did some welding. So I've got 220 volt inside, two different outlets there. Plus I've got a 220 volt on the back of the house over here where he actually, I guess, did his welding setup. And then over here somewhere, yeah, somewhere here in the shop I've also got it 220. So he liked his 220 here. Let's see. Yeah, like Night Owl said. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm sorry that I didn't come all the way through on this guy. There's just going to be some drilling involved. I will record it, put together a small video on it, hopefully today. Hopefully I'll get it done while Jason's live, or in between time. But speaking of Jason, he should be live in just over an hour or so. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here so everybody can take a break. Don, you can take a nap because I have the feeling I'll see you over there on Jason's chat on his live today. For everybody who's still working through all this mess, we'll hang in there. We'll get through it. They extended our state's stay-at-home order another 2 weeks, and they announced that schools were closed, would be closed the rest of the school year. Which I think both of those were good, good calls. I think that the gradual reopening will be a good thing around here. Some people have already, there's been a lot more traffic on the roads in the last, week or two. It's still not been bad as it is during normal times, but people are getting stir crazy, wanting to go out, and I know a lot of people are wanting to, get back to work. So, but anyway, everybody who's still working through it, stay healthy. Try to do something to reduce your stress because it is stressful, even if you don't feel stressed out about it. Pick locks, pet your cats, play with the dogs, feed the birds, something like that. Gotta take care of yourself too. Let's see here. One last check over the comments. Alrighty. Yep. Alrighty. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wind this on up. I'm going to get some more coffee or go-go juice or something to recover from my late night last night. And figure out what I'm going to cook for lunch today. I think I'm going to do bratwurst today. I made this awesome mushroom and Swiss hamburger last night. Normally I don't like pattying the meat up myself, and anyway I did it fast food style, and came out great, and it was awesome. So anyway, but yeah, glad that glad everybody stopped by. Glad everybody's doing all right. You know, we'll get through all this, and I will let you know what happens with this. And then when the replacement for this whole night latch comes in, you guys will definitely see videos on that. So anyway, appreciate y'all stopping by. Appreciate all the support. Night Owl, thank you again for the spanners and the locks and stuff. And the official Schlage Pokey Tool. Yep. I put all this in my bag. I hadn't got to that yet. But anyway, appreciate it. We will see y'all over on Jason's channel. And we'll see you next time. Stay out of trouble.